Okay, a super quick pasta salad recipe that is so good. Like, this is like a staple for our family cookouts. Some Colby Jack cheese cubes, mini pepperonis, cherry tomatoes, pasta salad, and then this is the star. I'll probably only use about half of this because usually like the smaller bottle is enough, but this is all I have right now, so. Okay, so I have like a makeshift tripod here real quick, but sometimes I cut these up, sometimes I don't. Pop them in there. Pepperonis. It's okay. Then
Hey Mom, can I have one pepperoni? That's good.
good.
Have a bite.
Then we're just gonna put it in the fridge to chill.
What? Oh, dang it.
Hello besties, we are just jumping straight in to today's video. I'm going to be decluttering and rearranging this room. I'm going to be getting rid of this desk, which I thought about it. I don't think I'm going to be getting rid of it. I think I'm going to move it into my daughter's room and try to figure out how to make it work in there. This desk was my great-grandma's, so it does have some meaning behind it, but it's just not functioning. Look at this closet. And that is why I am going to be doing a dresser makeover and swapping the desk out for a dresser. Which, stay tuned because I do show the steps of how I make over that dresser, which I have redone almost every piece of furniture in my house. So, and this one was my favorite project to date. I absolutely love how this one turned out. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But for now, we are just doing some cleaning and decluttering. I have to empty out everything in that desk, which I underestimated how much stuff was actually in there.
You don't want my heart, you don't want my love, you just want me crying over you. You don't want my heart, you don't want my love, you just want me crying over you. And I'm thinking about you.
If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button, and thank you so much for watching. And all my returning viewers, thank you for coming back. Please leave me a comment in the comment section. Just let me know who you are, that you're watching, and so I can say hi back and just welcome you and, thank you for watching and all of that fun stuff. We can get to know each other in the comments, and just to start a little community over here. So once I got the desk cleaned out, I moved it out, and then look at this dresser. I mean, she is stunning before, but I actually got it off of a friend for $20. So this was super cheap and affordable. I did want to get new hardware, and my plan was to sand down the top 3 drawers and to sand down the top to give it like a two-toned wood look. I did want to paint it gray because that's what my other furniture in my room is, so I wanted it to be cohesive, but I also wanted that natural wood to come through somewhere. So I'm like, I'm gonna sand the top 3 drawers down, because once I got to sanding, I just hate sanding. Tips for sanding is to just make sure you're going with the grain of the wood. It's kind of self-explanatory in my opinion. You want to use a lower grit to get the stuff off, and then you want to slowly add a higher grit to smooth it out. And here's where I realized that the top is veneer. So I actually took a different route, and I sanded down all of the drawers, and then I was just going to paint the whole entire dresser, which I really like how this turned out. Like I said, this is my favorite project I've ever done, and I've done hundreds probably. But I just love the look of this dresser and how it's almost like boho, rustic, mid-century modern type of vibe, but I feel like it works really good with my westernish decor. And then obviously you want to wipe everything down because of the just dirt and grime that gets on it, and all of the sanding dust. It makes a huge mess. And then I just actually used a sample paint that I had gotten from Valspar. It was gray, so I'm like, I'm just going to use this. It did take the whole entire container, but again, and I typically like to roll stuff like this because it doesn't leave any paintbrush lines. And then I did go in after, I don't know if I showed this, after doing this voiceover. This video is not the best, so if you have any questions about it at all, I can walk you through it in the comments. But I just rolled it on, I did 2 coats, and then I did seal everything with a polyacrylic. I believe it was in satin. And then on the drawers, I did stain them. I had to run and check what I used. It was a clear stain. So it just, you put it on and it's whatever the wood is what it's going to be, but it kind of cures the wood and protects it and stuff. And then I did a polyacrylic on top of it. And then I did something really cool for the edges, which I was talking on the phone when I was doing this, so I totally forgot to film it. But I did do the paint around the drawers, which you will see in the overview. It is super, super cute. So here is what I'm talking about, how just around the edges I did paint with a really small paintbrush. Super easy. It's not perfect at all. You do not have to be really precise because in reality, who's going to get eye level and be like, oh, you painted out of the lines. So just do your best, and practice makes perfect when it comes to remodeling or revamping furniture. And here it is in the space. I was honestly like, oh my gosh, this is so short. And then I was like, let me start decorating it because I honestly didn't even like it. I was like, this is so small, especially compared to my other dresser. Like, it stood up taller, I guess you should say. But I decorated a little bit on camera, and then I was like, let's just take the camera away because I'm having creator's block. But I do show you the end result. I love layering different fabrics and textures on all of my stuff. I don't know if you've noticed that or not, but then here is my jewelry box. It's a snap-on little micro toolbox my husband got me. I absolutely love both of them. And then the top 3 drawers I was going to use as desk drawers because I did need a place to put all this stuff. But after using it for a couple of days, I might try to revamp it. I'm not entirely sure. If you have any ideas for what I can do, please leave me a comment and just help a girl out. So I did end up putting all of my shoes like on that bookshelf, and then all of my planner stuff I put in this little tiered cart, which I need to downsize it because I really don't use any of it anymore, but it's just... Now with the handles, I really wanted something sleek and modern, so I went with like your typical trending hardware. Now I did get these off Amazon. They were cheaper on Amazon than any other place. They ended up being like $1.66 a piece. So in this whole project total, I have about $40 out of pocket that I spent. Everything else I already had on hand, so I only had to spend the money for the dresser and the money for the handles, and I think it turned out so good. Here is the final dresser with the handles and the gray paint. The paint color is called Dovetail. It's actually the same color that's on my walls in my living room, but I went to get a sample of it to actually match the paint, and it's too light for my walls, so that's why I just had a bunch of extra samples because I was trying to get it to match. But anyways, long story short, here is how everything has turned out. I always fold my clothes the KonMari method. I'm sure you've heard of that. If not, it's basically like a file method of your clothes, so that way you can see everything that's in the drawer. And then just my closet. I have a pretty small closet. This is all important stuff I have to get a file box for, and then this is everything that I am decluttering. All of those are clothes in that bin that's stacked up, and thank you guys so much for watching.